Hello world, it's your guy, Bad Dexter here, bringing you another review for the Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 6. Let's get into it. So this episode opens up to Larsa FaceTiming Lisa, and Lisa telling them she's late because the cops came to the house because of Lenny, since she still lives there. And this is still at the tail end of the Julia's fuck cancer party. So Julia is ready to perform her opera for Martina. She's been practicing all over the place with the dogs, chickens, and goats. Fuck cancer. Adriana graces a piano for us as Julia gets up to serenade Martina, and Martina's like, oh my goodness, scratch his neck itch, lol. Julia does pretty good. It was absolutely hilarious though. Lisa and Jody came at the tail end of the song, but everyone loved it even though she missed some notes. The party is super posh. Larsa and Alexia pull Lisa to the side. Lisa lets them know what happened before the party. Lenny came in her bedroom talking about this is his room, this is his room, his house, in front of his mom, Marina, and both the kids. Marina talks about never liking Lisa. She'll be out of here soon, and the mistress will be a better mother. Lisa should have decked her in her shit, saying that in front of her kids, especially her son, Logan. Lisa felt uncomfortable. They started laughing at her, so she called the police. Lisa isn't a fighter, but poor Canadian, you need to learn how to throw some punches. Lexia and Lars they think she needs to move out for her kids' safety and her sanity, so they'll help her go apartment house shopping. Julia lets Martina know she wasn't around her doctor appointments because she was preparing the opera surprise. Alexia is so nervous and scared for Lisa living in those circumstances. I feel nervous too for a non-fighter. Me, on the other hand, personally, I wish somebody would, because I definitely would be fine in that environment because I be fighting shit, so you're not running me out of nowhere. Right, like what? Like Tierra Marie in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 1, where she's like, looky loo, whoop-de woo, back up a taste ho. No, season 1, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was like the funniest shit on the planet. Like, it was, oh my gosh, goodness gracious. Which is actually the inspiration for Dexter, actually, everybody, for my reality show that's coming up. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was actually the inspiration. But I digress. Side note. Okay, so we get back to Nicole asks how Gertie's doing in front of the group. Lisa talks about how she wanted to check in, but Gertie stops her to say how she already knew about her diagnosis before Gertie even told her. Larsa then claims that Gertie never made it clear about keeping it close to the chest, but they flash back to Larsa joking about TMZ, but saying she was kidding. Gertie wanted to tell everyone on her own. Nicole brings up the testing Larsa talk. Gertie then says how she wanted to entrust Larsa as a friend again with the information. She was irresponsible, but then Larsa goes to say, you're welcome, girl. I hit the floor with a dropped jaw after she said that. Larsa calls it favors out of love. Girl, Larsa is killing me, but giving good TV. I can't take it. Gertie is like, who the hell do you think you are to tell my information? Gertie claims Larsa to be a sloppy liar. She's a sloppy liar. Larsa walks away, right? Larsa walks away to the bathroom like she was just trying to help by telling the girls so they could rally around her. Gertie thinks Lisa has Larsa's back. Lisa says they both were going at it, but Gertie kind of did have the right to flash, just saying, in my opinion. Gertie makes her exit, apologizing to Julia. Julia agrees with her feelings. Larsa doesn't see how Gertie doesn't see the good in what she did, so Larsa is done. After 15 years, Martina was truly surprised and thought Julia was in speech therapy. Next, we jump to Julia and Grayson getting a haircut, Alexia and Peter at her salon, Adriana, Larsa, and Lisa checking out some prime new real estate. Lisa doesn't mind a condo. She loves them. More house, more problems. Lenny should have just sold the house for a condo. The first spot they check out, $6.9 million, $4,100 a month HOA fees, 3-bed, 5-bath. And I don't know why people get more bathrooms than bedrooms. That's so weird to me. And fucking HOA fees, like, fuck off. Next unit has 3,200 square foot terrace. Open kitchen concept, could hit the gym and pool without ever using the elevator. Super high-end boutique building, but Lisa hasn't even realized her budget and should downsize with less hassle because more money, more problems. You don't need the $7 million building, Lisa. It's just you and 2 little kids. Be more conservative with something you can actually afford, homegirl. Lenny texts Lisa about seeing the kids and wanting her to stay away. That works by her staying her ass in her room and away from him. Larsa thinks it's crazy that Gertie was angry over her apology. Lisa thinks she's mad at her too. Adriana says how Gertie wanted to tell everyone, but Larsa was like she was going to tell everyone anyway. Adriana like, no, girl, you making it about yourself, and you need to put yourself in Gertie's shoes. Lisa's doing a perfume scent and wanted to do a business getaway with the girls for Aroma 360 in Palm Beach. I would love to collab on aromas or liquors for my Dexter brand. That would be so cutesy. Been thinking about that for a while now. Right, would you guys buy it if I did like an aroma or a cologne? Or like, I was thinking about doing some little like batched cocktails. Like I know someone who has their own distillery and they have like these liquors that like change colors, and he's doing some cool sciencey shit. Right, check out Tripp Distillery. Yes, Jason Tripp, super cool. I would love to do that. That'd be super sick. Like to collaborate on something like that, like a fragrance and or like some batched cocktails. Because I would love to do some batched cocktails that are super delicious, super boozy. And you know, you don't have to do hella shit. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta mix all this shit. You gotta shake all this shit. You can add ice or not. You can drink it straight from the bottle or not. You can drink it from a sexy glass or not. You can do what the fuck you want. And it's all good shit. Hopefully you guys will buy it. Merch coming soon. Stay tuned. Lisa is feeling blessed to do her own thing without Lenny, spreading her wings and flying away. Larsa wants to bring Marcus, a.k.a. Michael Jordan Jr., on the girls' trip, but there's no room, and Adriana is like, shit, fuck. He's probably relieved he ain't got to fuck her 5 times a night every night this trip. Like, that pussy is worn like no walls. Vacay for the girls and Larsa's vagina. Now we have Nicole and Grayson going to a farm and picking up some sunflowers, and with Julia and Alexia loving the little slice of countryside in Miami. It's quite pleasant. All you got to worry about are the honeybees. They just want some nectar, but Julia is deathly allergic and will be in the emergency room completely purple. Don't play with allergies. And she doesn't bring her EpiPen with her everywhere, shamefully. Alexia has never been stung before, but she's deathly scared. I don't think I've ever been stung by a bee, actually, either. Nicole talks about prepping for baby number 2. She took her IUD out and is now happy to have her period back. Now it's time for some fresh juice and smoothies. That sounds so good right now. Also some fresh can't speak. Now it's also time for some fresh tomato and mozzarella from the farm. I love caprese. Oh, so good. So much. Alexia brings up what Lisa is going through, and she would have stayed home. Then, speak of the devil, Lisa calls. She calls to invite the girls to the Palm Beach Mansion, sponsored by her friend. Lexia wants Lisa to promise to not talk about Lenny at all on the trip. Julia wants to share a room with Alexia, but you know she got to ask Todd first. Next, we get Kiki, Marisol, and Gertie. Gertie arrives in a tutu. Keeks is glowing because she got some fire dick last night. Y'all ever had some good sex that you needed hella bad and just rewoke your soul? That's my new word, rewoke. Kiki is really glowing, though, like bright, fresh face, even without the morning quickie, because it was a long session and she was just hoping for no bladder infections. Marisol don't want to hear about your vaginal infections. Kiki will talk about her sex, so shove diddles in your ears. Allegedly, Marisol had a planned private medical procedure, therefore alleviating her duty to show up to Julia's fuck cancer party for Martina. Gertie feels Larsa needs to apologize, but won't just accept any kind of apology. Kiki completely agrees because Larsa would have flipped the fuck out if the shoe was on the other foot. Now we got Alexia doing some shopping with Julia. Ever since Martina's diagnosis, Julia has been game to do anything. You do only live once, and the world is a shitty place, so do you. Fuck the rest and get it how you live. Julia has a smoking bod, and she's all natural. Alexia loves the layers of Julia and is really having a good time getting to know her. Alexia feels that Adriana kind of got in the way of them really getting to know each other. Julia wants to share a room in Palm Beach. Alexia needs to talk to Todd and Marisol, but Julia deems it a bit odd to have to ask your husband because it's not like she's trying to fuck. Hey, heteros, not all gay people want to fuck you. Right, PSA. Also, too, do you even look good enough for us to want to fuck you? That's another thing, too. Bitch, how you look? What are you talking about? Next, everyone is arriving at Jody's house to get ready to drive to Palm Beach. Marisol claims to not be avoiding Adriana. Larsa is gonna avoid Gertie. Gertie is just gonna stay mentally prepared for surgery. Julia arrives all dressed up for a 2-hour drive, like Gone with the Wind and Mary Poppins. The ladies were optimistic that at least the Rolls Royces they were driving weren't Lenny's, they were Jody's, but no, 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 no. Guess again, it's Lenny's. Lisa says they share or whatever, but if it's in his name, honey, it is not yours. So funny how people be stunting with shit they don't own. Like, that kills me. I've seen all that bullshit being from fuck ass Wonder Brand lad. Being from fuck ass Wonder Bread Land Suburbia. I've seen all that shit. Like, literally, like, if you didn't pay for it, it's not in your name, it's not yours. Like, the fuck, like, how are you stunting on some shit that's not yours? Like, me, my clothes were mine, I paid for all my shit. Like, hello. Like, you're using mommy and daddy's money, you're paying with mommy and daddy's cards, you're driving mommy and daddy's whip. Like, bitch, you're not shit. Anyways, right, that goes, bitch, and that goes for anybody, bitch. If the shoe fits, that goes for anybody, bitch. And if you got a problem, line it up. Anyways, I'll leave the hard drugs. Exactly, leave the hard drugs for the white kids. Anyways, Marisol has creepy vibes in Lenny's car. She needs a blue light because there's Mistress Splooge juices all over the place from the Austrian whore. Now, Lisa and Lenny both claiming violence against the other. He's suing her for $10 million, and Lisa just hopes karma gets them, or Carmen, right? Karma gets him or Carmen. Larsa and Alexia start joking about Julia's opera. Larsa actually might have some pipes on her. The other car with Nicole, Adriana, and Kiki playing Adriana's Fire song, and you can't tell Adriana she is not J-Lo, Beyonce, Gaga, and Shakira mixed together. I'm so here for it. But I'm so here for people who think they are the littest in the world and nobody can tell them shit. Like, I love it. I'm here for it. Do you? I would be in the car turned up to her music, no lie. They still remember the dance moves. Lisa totes nailed it with Jody, but Marisol talks about one day he will lose his patience and not be okay with you talking about Lenny all the time. Gertie completely agrees. Marisol was in the same exact predicament, thinking a guy would never leave, and she pushed his patience to that limit. We can't take advantage of a human being's patience because they want it to be about them too. Lisa feels they're being negative and it's none of their business. Then shut the fuck up, Lisa, about it, you know, to everybody. You made it their business. I've experienced that too with hoes, like thinking honesty is negativity and mad when you give them advice. Like, okay, then stop fucking talking about it. Get the fuck out. Lisa wants them to stand down because she's feeling judged. Now they arrive to the Palm with the quiet old money, understated elegance and silent luxury. The Aroma 360 villa is so sexy. Good job, Lisa. If it's my trip, I'm getting the master, like no questions asked, and I'm moving your shit if you try it. Julia is sad she's not sharing with Alexia. Alexia is sharing with Marisol, but wondering if she needed Todd's permission for that. Julia thinks Alexia is being weird because Julia is a lesbian. The ignorance of straight people kills me sometimes. Like, y'all all just want to be seduced. I've experienced that shit, and them hoes are dead to me. I'm hostile as fuck. Y'all, LOL, unfriendly black hottie and an unfriendly black foodie. Julia is now having doubts on being friends with someone with such distasteful behavior. So that's where the episode ends, and I totally feel where Julia is coming from. You know, there's a lot of ignorance that has happened with heterosexuals thinking that all gay people want to fuck them. One, no. Two, do you even look good enough to fuck? Because there's been some hurt motherfuckers that are like, he's gay, and they're like, oh, stay away from me. But I'm like, you're hurt. Anyways, that was The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 6. I'm your guy, Bad Dexter. Please like, share, subscribe. Yes, Alan Point Dexter on Facebook, BADD_Dexter on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. I am your guy. Stay tuned for all that is coming up and more. Peace, love, and happiness.